Podcasts used to be for indie voices, but now celebrities are taking over. From comedians to actors, everyone's got a mic. But is it good for podcasting, or are they just chasing clout? Let's break it down. Podcast, once the home of indie creators, niche experts, and everyday people sharing their thoughts, but not anymore. Today, even celebrities seems to have a podcast. From comedians to actors, even royals are getting into the action. In 2024, celebrity podcasts are everywhere. The question is this a good thing for podcasting? Are these stars just chasing clouts? These shows are bringing in millions of listeners, viral clips, and huge ad dollars. But is this shift drowning out the original voices of podcasting or opening the door for more interesting, candid content? Let's get into it. First, let's give credit where it's due. Celebrity podcasts are entertaining. They're candid, funny, and give fans a behind-the-scenes look at lives they don't normally get to see. Whether it's Kevin Hart cracking jokes or Dax Shepard diving deep into mental health, these podcasts feel more personal than a glossy late-night interview. They're also incredibly accessible. Most of these celebrities already have a massive following, so when they launch a podcast, they've got an instant listener base. And let's face it, viral moments from these podcasts, pure gold on social media. It's no wonder these shows are climbing the charts so quickly. Well, tired of just following the celebrity hype? Subscribe to Unfiltered Reality, where we cut through the noise and get to the real stories behind the trends. No fluff, just facts. Well, here's the downside: the oversaturation and crowding out original creators. Celebrities are flooding the podcast space and thus crowding out original creators. Podcast used to be about giving a platform to voices you couldn't hear anywhere else. But when big name stars start dropping episodes left and right, it's hard for smaller podcasters to compete. And let's be honest, if your podcast is sandwiched between the Joe Rogan Experience and Michelle Obama's latest episode, it's going to be tough to stand out. The algorithm is now heavily favoring celebrity-driven content because it brings in the clicks. That leaves indie creators scrambling for visibility. And hey, speaking of supporting the underdogs, how about supporting your financial future? With Stake, you can invest in the UAE real estate for just $550. No celebrity endorsements needed, just smart investments in one of the world's fastest growing markets. Click the link below to start building your future. Now, here's the real question. Are celebrities qualified to host podcasts, or are they just chasing clout? For some, like Dax Shepard, podcasting works because he is genuinely interested in deep conversations, bringing thoughtful perspectives to mental health and self-improvement. But for others, let's just say it feels more like a money grab. With every big name jumping into the podcast game, you've got to wonder, are they doing it because they have something valuable to say, or because they know it's a great way to cash in on podcasting trend? It's not always easy to tell, but you can definitely feel the difference between a celebrity who's passionate about the medium and one who's just using it as another PR tool. Looking ahead, what does this mean for podcasting? Well, as long as there's an audience for it, celebrity podcasts aren't going anywhere. They'll continue to dominate the top charts, bring in advertisers, and create viral moments. But if they oversaturate the space too much, listeners might start craving something more authentic, voices that aren't just famous for being famous. We could also see a resurgence of indie creators carving out niches that celebrities can't fill. Topics too specific, too quirky, or too unconventional for mainstream stars. And let's be honest, that's where podcasting gets interesting again. So what do we make of the celebrity podcast takeover? On one hand, it's entertaining and accessible, bringing more attention to the medium. On the other hand, it's crowding out smaller creators and sometimes feels more like a clout chase than a genuine conversation. Either way, one thing's for sure, podcasting is changing and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Subscribe to Unfiltered Reality for more deep dives into the trends, the hype, and the real stories behind the headlines. Trust me, we're only getting started. Thank you and have a good one.